You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet.
Hey guys, Billy Rivera here again, head trader of Elite Trading Live, and here I am. Just I just wanted to go over the market here, and so to go over a couple of things. Here I'm using the Apple trade as an example. We'll get into other trades in a little bit, and one of the things that you guys are seeing here is, right, some levels, right, a level to trade from. Boom, it worked out to the VWAP here beautifully, right? But this is the thing that I have my developer, my programmer, working on, which is on these candles here. As you guys could see it, right? It got green here for a second. It rejected the VWAP in red. And it's been red for most part of the day. We have my early entry signal here, indicator. And then we got a pop close to the 50. You guys can see how many times they rejected the 50 here. Rejected to break the level, just getting dojis, right? Dojis, wicks, dojis, gravestone dojis. And then, sell off. And then just look at how the 50 EMA, right? It's been such a strong like indicator, on a downtrend, right? So it's actually my favorite indicator. So like I said, I'll live off of the VWAP for day trading. If I can throw the 50 there, perfect. If I can't, I'll even trade without the VWAP. Point blank. So, and so let's just take a trade here, guys. So, and then, just to give you guys an edge, right? And reinforce the things that we've been working on this week, right? So, risk to reward, proper sizing, and things like that, right? So for this trade here, so let me just take a look at, right, real quick here. Boom, boom. And you guys can see here, right? So how my candles, the candles that we're working on, right, they've been right on, right, with very little, right, wrong signals, right? So even though it's been a downtrend, so many opportunities for to make good money on calls here, right? Buying the red, selling the green. So how do you know that this is a green candle? That's why I'm a green candle. I go here on my settings, and it's hollow. That's how I identify, if even if the candle is showing red, which means it doesn't have strength, but it's still I know it's a green candle. First thing we're going to look here is the volume, right? The volume is starting to catch up here. So we're having more buyers than sellers over here so far. We have the 50 EMA. So, and this is going to be my trade here, guys. When I pull back to the 50 EMA, right, which is right around 130.77. On a pull back here, I'm okay. So I was just gonna say I was gonna go short, long off my signal, but no chasing. So I'm gonna wait for a pullback. Can you guys see like how these indicators are right on target, right? even though, okay, we can see rejection here, right? Refusing to take out this resistance, right? So I want to pull back here into this level-ish, right? I'm gonna go long here on any pullback here. So target is double top, and then what else we got here? Let me just clear. And then I threw my open range indicator here real quick, just to, there's a couple of things, you know, in there that I came up with just to, yeah, man, this is a nice squirrel here. I love the squirrel here on the bottom. Yeah, my writing tool keeps on messing me around. I love the squirrel, right? On the pull back here into this level-ish, right? So I'm gonna get in. My stop is a break of the low. I'm in at 130.83, right? So just so you guys know, I didn't actually get in because it's just like hard to manually end at 130.83, right? So I want to risk 30 cents. So 130.83 to 130.30, that's like 50 cents, 53 cents. So I want to risk 53 cents to make 53 cents. Okay. All right. 53 to make $1, right? Because let's look at, okay, let's find out, okay, potential targets here, fam. Right? So let's just go, okay, potential targets is, okay, so this here, it's going to be like inverse head and shoulders. And then we're going to pop back into this, we're going to pop back into this level here, right? Sorry. We're going to pop back into this level here, and then the level above, and then the level above. So my final target is 131.77. So it's a point, right? Risking 53 to make $1, 2 to 1, right? It's pretty good. So now let's look at volume. Let's pay attention to volume, right? So it's still one of the things that I like to do with volume is this, right? So I like to find a matching volume here. Okay. This is pretty much like the average volume of today. Anything above this price level 7 is above average, right? And once again, the stop is going to be a break of the lows. And candles still green, right? So which is good. We're trading below the 9, not so good, right? But at least, right? So we're not extremely overextended from the 9, right? So, and these are potential targets, guys. So these are places that, right, we should be unloading some. This level here, right? This level here, right, are potential places that we should unload some. And then breakout at this level here. So it's going to take us here and then there, right? So let's just be a bit patient. And I might actually take this trade here now that yeah, we can eventually see that, yeah, 130, 336. You know, eventually at least a pop to the VWAP here if you're patient enough, right? So remember, mentally, we got in at 0.83. Equity, not options. Right? Okay, let me just do this here. And then this is how you guys are going to stack the odds in your favor, right? We got in, got in at 130.83, risking 53 cents to make over 1 point. As it's popping, guys, right? So we should be selling some. It's options, right? If it's equity, okay, so it's only like 12, 13 cents. It's not much, right? So that's the thing with equity, but it's a double top. We have to respect this and sell it as it's popping, right? Now look at the volume, guys. Boom. Right? So now this here needs to hold as a resistance. As a support, I'm sorry. So if not, it's going to be a little shaky again. And it can be a bit choppy for the time being. So, but candles are still green overall, so which is pretty good. So even if it turns red here, so it's looking pretty good, right? So if I clear the drawings for you guys, we'll see that all that happened was, right? Right? Okay, this is how I crack the code, right? So, and this is why, right? For trading options, right? You gotta sell into these swaps because there's money there to be made, right? Equity, it's not a wasting asset. Options is, option is. So, okay. We hit our first target here, right? Now let's just zoom the charts out for a little bit and okay. And look at how funny this is, right? The signal, it came right to the penny, right at that right level, right? Very interesting. What a coincidence, right? You guys that study under me, JD, you know, trading student, and everybody else, Mountain Mike, Eric, you guys know that this is the real deal. All right. So, and then okay, if you're trading options, right? What we do is, let's say you got 5 contracts. You sold 3 on this pop here as it was popping into it. So on a retest of your entry, you can buy those 3 contracts back and sell on another pop. It doesn't have to be into this level here, but you guys just have an opportunity to, right, make some extra money, right? If you guys bought equity, you guys could do the same thing too, right? Right? You guys sold, let's say you guys bought 1,000 shares, you guys sold 500 shares up here. It's just like, it drives me nuts, right? Then buy those 500 shares back. Boom, right at the 50 here. As it's popping, you guys sell. Right? Pretty simple. And we had a nice little pop. But that's the thing for equity. It's just like, right? You need to put a lot of money into a trade to make money. With options, you know, for $200 here, you can make over $200 on this trade. So my candles here, right? It's still below the overall average, but now it's starting to break. All buyers, no sellers. Sellers are starting to come in. And this is the beauty about these candles, right? Because it shows the buyers and sellers, right? So because it's either any platform, it's either gonna show you like only red or green or one color, like you choose, right? So if you added 3 contracts here, you could have sold on this pop or waited a little bit more for a higher pop, sell it up to this level here because it could be a head and shoulders, right? But remember, guys, options is momentum, right? So a lot of times what we get on a 50-cent move is much greater than we get on a $1.50 move. It's all about speed and distance, right? It's not about how far it gets, it's about how fast it gets, you know, to a certain level, to a certain price, right? So option traders, equity traders, you know, $2 volume is okay. This is the 10-day moving average. So why am I using the 10-day? I never use the 10-day, right? It's just for momentum, guys. I don't care. I usually use the 50 if it's more for a swing, more for a longer term trade. But if I'm looking for a momentum trade, I want to use the past like 10 days, right? Anything above the past 10 days here, I'm good. And then, you know, to get in a little early, I do my thing here. That it's a little magical too. All right, with the volume, it's approaching the double bottom, the double top, guys. So, all right, you guys added, sold 3 on the pop, added those 3 back on the pop here. What do you guys do? Boom, sell again. So you guys are made the money on 6 contracts, right? So, right, where you guys could have been holding, and then the 2 and now made money on the way up, right? But it's just like how I like to do things, you know, like it's just better for me, right? Trade this way, so I like this way better. And it's a little bit more advanced, but once you get used to it, it's really worth it. So, and we're starting to get some volatility compression here, right? So volume average is still below the 10 days, but we're starting to gain momentum. Candles are still green, right? So to get out, we're still working, not we. My guy's still working on the candles. I want to make sure that this is as close as to reality as possible, right? There are days that's going to fail because it's all based on volatility. It's all based on, you know, every single candle and indicator, they're based off of indicators. It's either the average true range, ATR, the Wilders, right? Moving average crosses. That's why indicators, they're no good. But I'm just trying to come up with something here that's going to give you guys an edge. That's going to help you guys newbies just stay on the trade a little longer, right? Just at least like try to maximize the trade, right? So for me, right, as an example, had I been on the trade here, sold 3 on the pop, added 3 here on the drop, sold the 3 on the pop, holding 2 contracts, a break at the 9 here, I can get out. You won't be getting much back, right? There's not much money that you guys are going to be giving back, so which is great. right? But we know our target. We know where our target is. Or a break at the 9, you guys can size down, right? And just, right? Want to pop here, sell 1 and just hold 1, or just get all, all out. You guys are profitable, right? Okay, now it turned red, okay? But there's a little fight here. So, all right, let's just zoom out so we have a better idea and picture of the whole move itself, right? So it's still pretty good. It's still trading within a channel, right? Which is a higher low and inversed, like head and shoulders, right? And on this channel right here. Right? So it's all right. Now my little magic here on my indicator. Just my little magic here. And we go from high to low, low to high. I'm getting the proper places, but it's okay. So, and funny enough, right? Okay, let me just clear this. Right now it's holding, right? Because it broke the fib level. Now it's holding this level here, and look at how bullish it's looking, guys. Right now it's definitely gonna break out. Right, okay. Right into, as you guys see, I'm not cheating, right? Look, I am not cheating. Bottom to bottom, I'm not going through any candle just to manipulate my trend line. Volume above average for the past like 20 minutes, right? Boom. Right here. Price is popping. Now tell me who the daddy is, right? Who's the daddy? Post that in the comment. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. Right? So, okay, this is one of the target. And look at how funny it is, right? We got a sell signal here, right at, it happens to be at my fib level, right? Why do I say it's my fib levels? It's a completely different and odd Fibonacci numbers, which I had to come up, with the numbers with try and error to stay right within my standard risk system, right within my system. So yeah, that's why I said it's my fib levels, because some odd numbers. But it works. That's all that matters, right? If you have something that works, we're good. It works, right? So, okay, we got in at, 130.83. The high of this was 130, 135, right? So it's over 1-to-1, right? It's way over 1-to-1, right? So let's try to get to 130, 177, and then the VWAP here. Be a little bit patient, right? Still, it's not that time of day. It's not time of the reversal yet. And as you guys could see, right? So what is the best way not to cheat, right? I don't like, this is some of the tips and tricks, right? So what I'd like to do is, yeah, I'm just going to give you guys this, right? Make sure it's open, high, low, close on snap drawings, right? Let's just leave it at that. If you guys want to learn the secrets, you know, you guys got to join the service. It's launching in January, 30 days, free trial, no credit card needed, none, zero, right? So if you guys want to have the best year ever, 2023, become professional traders, extremely and consistently profitable, you guys got to join me. The one and only Billy Ribeiro. Right? So, okay. So this is the perfect part of the system here. And what happens here, guys? So now we have a new high here. Reversal-wise, right? So now, okay, we have, okay, support and resistance. Okay, as long as it holds this level, we're still in. If it breaks this level to the downside, you guys can get out, right? If it breaks this level here, this resistance will turn into what? Once resistance is sticking out, guys, what happens? It turns into support. Trading 101, fam. Right? Every time a resistance is taken out, a resistance turns into support. Every time a support is taken out, a support automatically turns in, you assume that it turns into resistance. So that's going to give you an edge, you know, on the trade, and it's going to tell you, hey, if it breaks, you guys get out, right? It's going to help you guys. It's going to help you guys, you know, like keep the money, keep the cash, keep the cash. Right? So huge volume here, below average, mostly sellers. Right? This is a nice curl here to the downside, but it's still holding this level here. But we could see a drop below, right? Right around this level here. And 131.07, yeah, the whole number, 131, 131.07. So it's all good. Right? And eventually try to bring it up to the VWAP. Right? But how do we keep things tight, guys? Just by applying the concept. Right? This was a resistance. It was taken out. We got a new resistance. So now that resistance turns into support. If it breaks and confirms, you guys are out. Profitable. Free money. Right? So this is trading for this market, right? Because those are guys that study under me, so you guys know that, right? Once again, it all depends on the market, but the overall, my system is, okay, if my system is a break at the 130, 130.30, right? So I'm not selling my runners until it breaks to 130.30. That's when it takes me out. As long as it's still trading above or within, right? I'm still in. But, and then one of the things that you guys need to consider is, okay, so what day of the week it is, what time of the day it is, right? And it may not be even worth it, holding the runner, right? Or the runners. And of course, if it's overextended to the upside, right? And then you got calls, are you gonna hold calls, your runners on calls? It's most likely not gonna work. It could still work, right? But the odds are definitely not in your favor. So what do I recommend? Setting a trailing stop, right? That's the best advice. Right? Candles are red here. So if we reject here, like I said, this was a bearish pattern, which you call the inverse Armin pattern. Right? So if it keeps on rejecting the 50 here, we'll see a drop towards, right, this 130.77, maybe even 130.50, 130.65. Right? But hey, you guys had a nice little green trade right there, right? Nice little puke, right? Right within, okay, this is the entry point right here. And we entered at 83, right? Yeah. For some reason, oh yeah, we got in at 130.83. So it's still within the entry, right? Now, like I said, we can see that the 130.50, 130 and a half. So it's just like the volume, it just doesn't look like it's. Let me throw something here, guys. Okay, let me throw Raggy's volume labels. All right. Because if I'm not mistaken, this is either a triple or quad witching week, right? So okay, yeah, the volume is okay. So nothing wrong with the volume, right? The trade hasn't taken us out. That's why we get ourselves some pops, right? And right. So you guys can use the internals to determine, if you guys should stay on the trade, but a pop to the 50 here is a must. And the rejection, if it's going to continue down, even a pop to, if it's going to continue down, we have to pop into, right? We do have to pop into this head and shoulders here, this zero line. We have to, if it's going to continue down. If it skips the move, it will come down only to go up on a squeeze. Just watch. I'll stay here just so you guys could see it happening. Right? By the way, guys, so right, just to make things right. Date and time, right? Live. Caught on camera. So guys, please leave in the comments, like, isn't trading easy? Isn't, if you just apply the psychology, greed and fear, which is the three things that we have worked so far, and we still have like 2 subjects that we're gonna be working on, right? I'll get you guys ready for 2023 that you guys will have no idea, right? Because you guys right now, you guys are, a Lamborghini with flat tires. I know a lot of times it sounds like you guys are asking yourselves like, oh man, can I really do this? Is this really for me? Guys, this is easy. Family, guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, This is easy. Just make sure the instrument behind the instrument is good. Just make sure your mind, your mindset, spiritually, you're in good spirit, right? If you're overwhelmed, if you're, just don't get in the market because you guys are not, it's just not gonna work. But as long as you guys apply this simple system, guys, it's gonna work no matter how bullish or bearish the market is. There's always gonna be calls, there's always gonna be puts, there's always gonna be longs and shorts. Right? So with that being said, right, it's whatever I said was gonna happen happened, right? Sorry, I'm still a few pennies off. Say that it really happened, but you guys said draw the line there, right? You guys can say I'm not right. It's here. Right. So, and one important thing to pay attention to here, guys, is the range, right? The ATR for the past 10 days is, right, 448. We're right at 426 for the day. What does that mean? That doesn't mean much, right? But this is something that you can use like option strategies, right? Just like sell like an ironfly or a condorfly, whatever you guys call it, right? And just to collect premium for the next day. Like guys, there's so many ways to make money trading the stock market. It's just like ridiculous, especially when you start digging in the world of options. It's ridiculous. The possibilities are ridiculous, right? It's just unbelievable. And so many easy ways as it's multiple, right? And then it's happening right here, guys. So, oh man, come on, man, give me a break, bro. You're 3 pennies away from just completing my move. Actually, 2 pennies away. Yeah, 3. 131.07 to 131.04, right? Yeah, I don't want to have to call Wall Street and tell them and yell at them, yeah, I don't want to have to do that. So those 3 cents, we better get up there. I was gonna zoom the charts out, but I'm gonna leave it here just in case. Just so you guys can see the move happening. Wow, Tesla at $125, huh? Wow, Amazon 82.65. Wow. What's happening with the stock market, guys? Woo! Woo! What happened? What happened there, fam? Huh? Guys, hey, if you guys at least don't comment on, below the video, like who calls the shots, what's the name of the guy who calls the shots on this thing here, I'm gonna stop uploading videos. I'm just gonna stop because I think that's the least that I deserve for all the great lessons and free things that I'm delivering over here. You don't see this anywhere else. If you guys do, please tell me where you guys see this. Leave that on a comment, because all I'm gonna do is follow this guy, right? That way I can sleep all day and then just blind follow him, right? Yeah, let's just stay here a little longer. I think the last thing here is already done, but if you guys want to, right, stop watching the last thing here, you guys can. So I'm just gonna try to get this, right, which we should get this to this level here. And it looks like by the time it gets to this level, that's where the VWAP is going to be, right? Or very close. Okay. I'm just going to write a question here, and you guys have to please comment below my video, guys. It's just like the algorithm is all messed up because I stopped posting videos, but hey, let's just right, please. Who calls the shots? Whoever answers it, it's gonna get, right? It's gonna get 1 hour of live session with me 101, right? Let's try to engage, right? Whoever answers, and I'm giving it to you guys know the answer, but I'm just gonna say it. I call the shots. All you guys need to do is type in Billy Ribeiro. Make sure you guys spell my last name right. And then you guys will get an hour of live session with me where I'm gonna, show you the strike, entry, exit, stop, come up with the whole game plan, answer whatever questions you guys may have. And I promise you guys are gonna leave that session. It's gonna be the best 1 hour of your life. You guys are gonna improve like years with spending 1 hour live with me. And we record it, and you have the recording. Okay? Right now, okay, good thing here now. Okay, double tops. Double tops works beautifully, right? Double top here on top of the VWAP, triple top on, on bottom, right? On bottom of the VWAP. This consolidation here, another double top fell off. Double top here, down. Double top here, down. Double top here, triple top here, down. Kind of quick double top here, down. Guys, but that's when I tell you guys, when it's a downtrend, when it gaps down and there's a downtrend, after the second double top, you guys got to be very careful trading the double tops, because you guys can get chopped out. That's when you guys have to analyze the risk to reward, right? Because today it happened to be like, okay, right? If you had, shorted the third or fourth, double top, you would have been fine. But overall, right? It's just dangerous, right? And let's just calculate our risk to reward here, guys. So, right, equity traders, those of you that trade equity, right? We got in. Okay, we got in at 130.83 in, right? 53 cent standard 0.53 standard risk. So the high was 131.77. Pretty much 2-to-1, right? Almost. But it's gonna be a 2-to-1. Now you guys see the concept, guys. I'm seeing guys way too much. I'm sorry, family. Now, do you guys understand the concept and the power of planning your risk and respecting it and trading accordingly? You guys will never ever blow an account, right? You guys will never ever ever lose money on the trade. Lose a lot of money on the trade, right? And this because we're using 2-to-1, right? On a bear market, and so on. So option traders, you guys would have been up like so much money, like it's not even funny, right? Equity, you see it works, right? So if you get one trade right, you can mess up 2 trades in a row and still be a zero, a break even. Break even is better than being negative, right? But hey, if your guys are not nailing 33% out of your trades, hey, something's not right. You guys are doing something wrong, right? Something is not right. You guys really need help. You guys really, really, really need help right away. Better stop trading and go to one share and one contract thing, like we talked about, and start contract and start, before taking the trade, planning the trade, trading the plan, respecting your targets and your stops. Right? It's right back into the 50 here, right? Boom. So it's about 238. I think I'm gonna leave with this lesson here, knowing that I'll follow up later when it pops back up. And listen, it's going to take out this 131.52. It's gonna pop higher than that, right? Just write this down. Please, if you like, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. If you didn't like, please make sure you dislike the video. Leave a comment on, what I could do in order to, bring better videos, better content. And yeah, and please feel free to share with your friends and family. All right. So thank you once again. It's always a pleasure. And you guys have a great one. Goodbye. Hey guys, it's Billy Ribeiro back here. Yeah, just to wrap up, I just wanted to wrap this up here before posting the video, right? Not long after ended the video, right? So we got it popping to where I said we're gonna get to, right? 131.77, baby, in VWAP, right? So we did get a move. I'm sorry. So I can wait here for 2 paintings away, right? And then I said at the time, by the time the VWAP was going to be right at pretty much at the same level, which the VWAP is at 131.80. The target is at 131.77, and it got to 131.75. 2 paintings away. I'm sorry. I apologize. And please just find someone who does that, who does half of it, right? On screen live, right? Look, right? Look at the time of day, and look at, hey, you think you could do 10% that I could do? I'd love to see. I'd love to do it live with you, right? But thank you guys. Thank you for the time you guys spent watching this video, and peace. God bless.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you've tied a rope to me.